Hi, I'm Rick Dior, and that was solo number 23 from Anthony Cirone's Portraits in Rhythm. This is a really good solo for auditions. Once again, several in this book are. So your college auditions, undergrad, not graduate or doctorate. But yeah, this works really well for that. It's an ABA form. So you have a first section, which is the A section, and then that repeats at the end there. So line 1 and then line 9 are similar. And then you have that middle B section. And that's very common. It's a form there. So lots of rock tunes and jazz tunes and classical music as well have this form. So make sure that when you come back to that original theme, it sounds very, very similar. So a little bit of difficulty here in this solo as far as rhythmically in lines 4 and 5. And we'll talk about that in a second. But first, this main theme, try to phrase it with a little emphasis on each beat. So 3, 4. So bop, 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 bop. Don't just play it like this. That is not musical. Okay, it's got to have a feel to it. It's got to have phrasing. So that was the first line. Now, the second line, make sure you play these dotted notes very, very tight, as we've been doing throughout the series so far. 3, 4. And again, that was going back to that original theme, which happens often in this solo. Okay, so then we're into the B section there, which starts the second bar of the third line. We'll call that the development section. So here I'm doing a lot of one-handed stuff, as you'll see. The flam should be tight, and it's very, very loud here. It's fortissimo, so play pretty much in the center of the drum. So we'll do lines 3 and 4. 3, 4. And that's into the first measure of line 5. So you see the one-handedness there, okay? And those marcato accents should be very sharp. And then second bar of line 5, come way down. See some of these penciled in crescendos. That's for phrasing. That sounds good there. So we'll do lines 5 and 6. 3, 4. So again, come down to pianissimo there, to the edge of the drum. Okay, and watch out for that rhythm, the first bar of line 6. Tricky, I've had a lot of student errors there. And then these flams, second bar of line 6 should be one-handed. And remember, if a note's tied to another one and it's not a roll, you do not play that second note. Okay, now the sticking on the 2/4 bar of the last bar of line 6 is tricky, so I stick it like this. All right, that's where you use your rudimental training right there. And then we're into line 7. Be careful on these triplets that you subdivide them correctly at the last bar of line 7. So this is where the theme comes back, and you're going to want to play it, like I said before, pretty much exactly how you played it in the beginning. So here's line 7 into line 8. 3, 4. just like before, okay? Subdivide those triplets. Again, that's another spot where you can really rush your rhythm, so be careful. And then we're into lines 10 and 11 there. So, well, 9, 10, 11. But 9 we've already done, so we'll skip that line since it happens in the beginning of the piece. So line 10, all of a sudden, you know, a little more pointed forte there. And then this is sort of like the end of a concerto here. Do this all with one hand. Now the last bar, it's a flam roll. Don't try to play like that. It should sound like ba-da, like a magic trick. So, and at the end, don't pop that last note. When the whole orchestra holds, or a band or whatever, a symphonic band, I mean, not a rock band, they're not going to hit that last note. They'll just go ba. Don't hit the last note, okay? That's kind of a rookie mistake people make. So let's try lines 10 and 11. 3, 4. All right, it's probably would be like a timpani roll going through those last 3 bars. So I'll play this again now without the audible click track so you can hear what it sounds like without that. And we'll be back next time with solo number 24.